It's time for My Favorite Husband, starring Lucile Ball. Yes, it's the Gay Family series starring Lucile Ball with Richard Denning as Liz and George Cooper. Two people who live together and like it. As we look in on the Coopers tonight, dinner is over and Liz is curled up in the living room, lost in a good book. George enters.
Liz, have you seen that book I was reading?
No. Why don't you look in the attic?
Attic? What's the book you're reading?
Now, George, you can read it later.
That's my book. Now give it to me.
No. Oh, sit next to me on the couch, George, and we'll read it together.
Well, all right.
Here, now, I'll hold it. All right, George, are you ready to turn the page yet?
No, I didn't read a word. You were mumbling so loud I couldn't concentrate.
Oh, well, there was nothing on that page anyway. Madge tried to poison Gordon, but he found out and ran her over with his car.
Nothing on it, huh?
No. Next page.
Liz, would you please stop mumbling?
I'm just reading.
Well, can't you read with your mouth closed?
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Here, you take the book. I'll read something else.
No, wait a minute. I have a good idea. I'll read it out loud to both of us.
I'm a fool, but go ahead.
All right, here we go. As Gordon drove down the highway, an idle thought crossed his mind. Why did I run over Madge, he wondered. Suddenly, he heard a sound in the back seat.
It was Madge.
Yes, it was Madge. She was beaten and torn. Her clothes were in shreds, and blood poured from her many wounds. Their eyes met. Then, in a feeble voice, Madge said, "You don't like me, do you?"
What?
Suddenly, she gained strength. "Go ahead, admit it," she shouted. "You hate me."
Liz.
You hate me, don't you?
Liz.
Don't you?
Liz. You have to shout.
I can't help it. I can't help it, George. I get carried away.
Well, go on, but control yourself.
He started slowly toward her, climbing over the seat. Madge's eyes showed terror. Slowly he came closer, closer, closer.
I still think we should have called before we came over, Rudolph. It isn't polite to drop in on people unexpectedly.
Lotus Bud, these aren't people. These are Liz and George. They're our friends.
Well, Emily Post wouldn't do it.
Of course not. She doesn't even know them.
You know what I mean. Well, we're here. You might as well ring the bell.
All right.
No! You wouldn't like me.
It's Liz, girl.
Yes. Yes, and apparently she's done something to annoy George boy.
Go ahead, you cad. Hit me. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. Ow! Right in the eye.
She went one I dare you too far.
George hit her.
Yes. I wonder how he managed to hold off this long.
Rudolph.
Well, I guess it's safe to ring the bell now.
Don't you dare.
For their sake. When they hear the bell, they'll go to neutral corners.
We can't break in on them at a time like this.
Please?
No. We'll go down and phone from the drugstore and tell them we'd like to come over.
Oh, I thought you didn't want to go in at all.
Oh, don't be silly. I want to see how this comes out as much as you do.
Well, let's hurry down to the drugstore. Personally, I think George has the first round on point.
Later that night, Madge was crying softly in her room, waiting for the phone. They said they'd call if they found Gordon's body when they dragged the river. She waited and waited. Wouldn't that phone ever ring? They found Gordon's body.
That was our phone ringing.
Ooh. I'll get it. Hello?
Liz,
Yes?
how are you, girl?
I'm fine.
Liz, this is Iris.
Yeah, I know it.
Iris, your friend, whom you may turn to in a moment of crisis.
Iris, have you been nipping at the sherry again? What are you talking about?
All right, be close-mouthed. Rudolph and I are down at the drugstore, and we thought maybe we'd drop by your arena. House!
Well, that would be fine, Iris.
Unless you don't want to see us right now for some reason.
Why wouldn't we want to see you?
I don't know. I thought maybe something might have just struck you.
Oh, don't be silly. Come on over. We're just spending a quiet evening at home.
Oh, well, all right. Oh, anything we can bring over, girl? Ice cream, candy, bandages?
We don't need anything. Come on over.
All right, see you in a few minutes. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
What did Iris want?
Help me clean up the living room, George. They're coming over.
What's the matter with the living room?
What's the matter with it? Well, look around you. Newspapers open, cigarette ashes in the trays. Oh, I'm glad they called first.
Oh, gracious, so am I.
All right, George.
How mortified I'd have been if they walked in and caught us wallowing in our pig pen.
Never mind, Porky. Now clean up.
Liz, this is the way a living room is supposed to look, lived in. Besides, the Atterburys are our friends.
Put your shoes on.
Why? They know I have feet.
George, put your shoes on and help me clean up. Now pick up those papers. I'll get this ashtray. Now, let's put that book away, too. Throw it to me.
Okay. Here, catch.
Go ahead. Oh! Oh, my eye!
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Did it hit you on the eye?
Yes.
Oh, I should have handed it to you.
Oh, no, it's my fault. I should have caught it. Oh, gosh, it sure hurts.
Oh, you better put something on it, Liz.
I'll get Katie to fix me a cold compress.
Let me see it. Gee, you really must have gotten a whack. It's starting to color up already.
Oh, that's all I need, a black eye. Oh, that's probably the Atterbury. You let them in, George. I'll go fix my eye.
All right.
Hi, folks. George boy. Liz girl?
What have you done with Liz?
Oh, she'll be right here. Come on in. Here, give me your coat. I'm glad you dropped in. We were just having a quiet evening at home.
He's a cool customer, isn't he?
Fast, too. He doesn't have a scratch on him.
Hi, Iris. Hi, Mr. Atterbury.
Liz!
Oh, huh. Oh, you poor dear.
What? Oh, my eye.
Yes.
Well, how did it happen?
Oh, George slugged me.
Yep, I finally let her have it.
What's the matter?
You come over and stay with us, Liz.
Oh, now, just a second, Iris.
Don't speak to her, you cad.
What?
You actually did slug her.
Oh, listen, I was just kidding.
Don't protect him, Liz. He isn't worth it.
Really? Nobody ever believes the real story of a black eye, so I made one up.
As we look in on the Coopers again, it's the next morning. Iris Atterbury has been waiting out in front of Liz's house. As soon as George leaves for the bank, she rushes in to console Liz.
Liz, girl, how's your eye?
Oh, it still hurts. How does it look? It's a real shiner, isn't it?
Ooh, that rat really gave you a mouse.
Rat? Oh, listen, Iris.
Look, now that the big brood is out of here, what really happened last night?
I told you. George tossed a book to me. I missed it, and it hit me in the eye.
Ooh, you're stubborn. Look, I know that's the story for publication, but what's the gory truth?
Iris, what do you think happened?
George got mad and popped you in the eye.
George popped me in the eye.
Well, at last you admit it. What are the details? I want a blow-by-blow description.
You won't be happy till you get a good juicy one, will you?
No.
All right, Iris. It seems George and I were sitting around after dinner, and we had a little argument.
Yeah?
Close your mouth, Iris. You're drooling on the rug.
George?
Where was I?
George pulled you across the table by the hair and slugged you.
Did I say that?
Yes. Well, go ahead. What did he do to top that?
You haven't left him much choice. He slugged me, as you say, and I fell down, and as I lay there, whimpering and cowering,
he kicked you.
All right, he kicked me.
Where?
Right between the living room and the den.
Did it hurt terribly?
Well, wasn't too bad. His shoes were off at the time. Oh. But he has sharp toenails. He's a slasher. Oh, our sheets don't last 2 weeks.
Go on, Liz.
Go on.
Well, yes, you haven't told me the real dirt yet.
I haven't?
No. What made him so mad?
I don't know.
You know?
No. We were talking about the weather, and I told him I was in love with somebody else, and he said, well, why?
Wait a minute. Back up, girl. You told him you were in love with another?
Yes.
Another man?
No, a Shetland pony.
Come on, girl. You know what I meant. Who is this pony boy?
Well, oh, he's wonderful. We've been meeting secretly for years.
Oh, juicy. Is it anyone I know?
Yes.
Who?
Oh, I can't tell you his name.
It wouldn't be Cricket, would it?
No, it's somebody else. He'll just have to remain my mystery lover.
Someone I know.
Huh?
Oh, I hate you. I'm going to be up all night wondering.
Iris, do me a favor, will you?
What?
Don't blab this all over town.
Oh, you know me, girl.
Yes, that's why I say don't blab this all over town.
Did you want to see me, Mr. Atterbury?
Yes, I did. Come in and close the door, George.
Yes, sir.
George, boy, I want to tell you something.
Yes, sir.
I'm older than you are.
Oh, I know that, sir.
That's not what I want to tell you. I want to have a father-son, a man-to-man talk with you. In our civilization today, the art of fisticuffs belongs in the ring, not in the home.
Oh, now, Mr. Atterbury, please.
Huh? Now, I grant you that Liz is a very exasperating woman, and at times I've entertained the thought of striking her myself.
But, Mr. Atterbury...
Uh-huh. It's perfectly understandable that a man must discipline his wife once in a while, but a punch in the eye, as satisfying as it may be to the soul...
Mr. Atterbury, for heaven's sake...
Hush, hush. George, in the interest of your marriage, I'm going to tell you something I've never told anyone before.
What?
I struck Iris once.
You did?
Yes. And afterwards, I felt terrible.
You were ashamed.
No. She beat me to a pulp.
Look, Mr. Atterbury, could I please say something without your hushing me?
Proceed.
We were cleaning up the living room. I threw a book to Liz. She didn't catch it, and it hit her in the eye.
Are you through?
Yes. Do you believe me?
No. Now, why don't you send her some flowers, boy? At least apologize.
I won't send anything. There's no reason to send flowers or apologize. I'll be in my office.
You. Well, I'll just have to help him along. Oh, Miss Roberts, I'll be back in a moment. I'm going down to the florist. Good afternoon, Miss Benson.
Hello, Mr. Atterbury.
How's the flower business these days?
Oh, I've been busy as a bee all morning.
Yeah. Well, I'd like 24 roses, and I want them delivered this afternoon.
Oh, our truck's just leaving.
Oh, well, hold it up while I write a card.
Hold the truck. Hold the truck.
Okay.
I'll get the flowers while you write the card.
Yeah, here's the card.
All righty. I'll just put it in this box with the roses, close it up, and off it goes. Here, Bill. Got it. They'll be delivered right away.
Good. I want those flowers to get there before her husband gets home.
Mr. Atterbury.
Oh, you don't understand. You know Liz Cooper?
George Cooper's wife?
Yes.
I understand.
You do not. They had a little spat, and he won't apologize, so I'm sending flowers to Liz in his name. Wait till she sees the card.
What did it say?
Oh, well, if I do say so myself, it was sheer genius. It said, "Dearest sweetheart."
Oh, that is good.
There's more. Nothing that has happened can dim my love for you.
Oh.
Signed, adoringly, Rudolph.
Rudolph! You scared me.
Rudolph! Stop that truck. Get that card back.
It's too late.
Oh, I'll have to rush over to the Coopers and try to intercept them.
I'm sorry.
Well, you should be. It's all your fault, you bumbling... Be you! Thank goodness the coast is clear. I don't see any flower boxes. Maybe he hasn't been here yet. Now, if I can just sneak in...
There's a man in the house.
It's not a man, Katie. It's me.
Mr. Atterbury, what are you doing sneaking in the front door?
I haven't time to explain now. Has Liz received any flowers today?
No, not that I know of.
What's the matter, Katie?
Nothing, Mrs. Cooper.
Oh, are you ready to go, Iris?
Iris? Is she here?
Yes, sir, she's upstairs with Mrs. Cooper.
Oh, gad. She mustn't see me here.
Well, they're going out shopping in a minute.
Oh, good. I'll hide till they go. Then I'll get the card from those flowers.
But I don't know what it's all about, but you can hide in the hall closet.
Bless you, Katie.
Iris, do you think this veil hides my eye enough?
Pull your hat down a little more.
How's that?
That's fine. Liz, aren't you ever going to tell me who your mystery lover is?
No,
Why not?
because you're a big blabbermouth. Mrs. Cooper, you haven't told me what you wanted for dinner. Pork chop to eat and a steak for my eye. All right. I'll get it, Katie. Yes?
Flowers for Mrs. Cooper.
Oh, thank you. Flowers for me. I wonder who they're from.
Well, they're probably from ML.
ML?
Mystery lover.
Oh, Iris. They're from George.
And from George.
All right. Here, you read the card. Then if I'm wrong, you'll find out who my mystery lover is.
Okay.
What does it say?
Seriously. Dear sweetheart, nothing that has happened can dim my love for you. Adoringly, Rudolph.
Rudolph?
Rudolph!
Rudolph? Rudolph who?
Rudolph who?
You think these flowers are from Rudolph Atterbury?
They aren't from Rudolph Valentino. My husband. My pitiful, fat old husband. You're a mystery lover. It just doesn't seem possible.
It isn't. Why would I fall for a broken-down old goat like Mr. Atterbury?
How dare you talk like that about Rudolph?
Why, you said the same thing yourself.
I know, but I can rap him. He's my old goat. I'm going home. Where's my coat?
It's in the hall closet.
Wait till I see that Rudolph. Oh, there's coming in there.
Oh, there is not.
Rudolph Atterbury, is that you?
Don't be ridiculous, Iris.
There's nobody here but us galoshes.
If it isn't old mystery ghost.
Mr. Atterbury, what are you doing in there?
What are you doing in there?
Oh, shut up.
Now, Lotus Bud, if you'll just give me a chance to explain.
Well, all right, Rudolph. You get your chance. Step out of the closet.
Thanks.
Yes. Now, you can explain, but there's something I want to do first.
What's that?
Look.
Oh, my eye!
Katie, make that 2 steaks.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, George, you're just in time. This is awful.
Oh, what happened?
I'll tell you what happened. Iris came up and punched me in the eye like this.
Oh!
Oh!
What was that for?
That's for starting this whole thing by hitting Liz in the first place.
Katie, make that 3 steaks. Now, look, let's get one thing settled right now. George did not hit me. I'll show you exactly what happened, Iris. He took a book like this and he threw it like this. Oh!
My Favorite Husband has been presented through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.